Creators, big or small, are all susceptible to content comparison. No matter how many hundreds of views and subscribers we get, there's always someone with thousands or even millions of them. And the worst part is that the ceiling we've set for ourselves moves farther and farther away every time we reach a new milestone. Not only content comparison makes us feel like but it blocks our creativity, turns on procrastination, and makes us want to appease the algorithm instead of focusing on what actually matters, the connection we're building with our audience. So today, let's talk about how to overcome content comparison, and it boils down to 3 simple truths we don't want to admit. If you are a small creator, chances are that you're looking around and seeing content similar to yours that gets a lot more views, and you assume that it's better, right? Well, it's actually wrong. You can have amazing content and not get the views that you deserve. Is it unfair? Sure. Is it true? Absolutely. And here's why. Not many people know that you post on this platform. Even less people have a know, like, and trust factor to binge watch your videos. Not to mention that the algorithm is still trying to find the right audience for your content, which can take anywhere from 6 to 12 months. Nate Black recently released a video where he argued that YouTube algorithm doesn't treat small channels the same way as the big ones. So the first truth is this: you can be an expert in your field and have a ton of value to provide to other people, but when it comes to growing on a new platform, you are a nobody. It's a hard pill to swallow, I know. You're starting from scratch, and it can be challenging to conceptualize that not only the algorithm treats you differently, but also the viewers don't appreciate the value that you have to provide, even though other people would pay for what you're sharing. I know it's really hard to come to terms with. So give yourself some grace. Starting from scratch is hard. Growing on the new platform is going to take time, and it's work in progress. Speaking about work in progress, if you've been posting for some time, you probably had the frustrating experience of working on that perfect video for hours and days, and then seeing it tank. So a week ago, I published a 30-minute long video that it took me 2 days to edit, and it got 20 views. While similar videos by another creator actually get a ton of views. This can be completely debilitating, and this is the reason why so many creators quit. It's not worth my effort. So the reality is, it takes time to build a loyal audience, learn ins and outs of the platform where you're posting, your audience's preferences, and simply how to make valuable and relevant content to your specific audience. So the second truth is this: you can be an expert and student at the same time. This one was difficult for me to accept because I'm kind of a perfectionist. I used to be the type of person that would overanalyze everything and wait until I'm 100% ready to launch anything. I would get caught up in the analysis paralysis, trying to think my way into doing things instead of actually doing them. But over time, I realized that it's okay to not know everything. Maybe when you look at other people's content, you see better ideas, better editing, better filming gear, more views, more likes, more subscribers, etc. And it makes you feel like you're not measuring up. Instead of getting depressed about it, admit the fact that you are an expert in what you have to share, but content creation is a completely new skill set that you're still learning. Being a student doesn't diminish your self-worth in any way. It's hard to learn any skill publicly. Imagine that instead of practicing dance or playing an instrument for a while before you have to perform, you were asked to perform publicly right away in front of millions of people. You would probably freak out. It's hard to put yourself out there, so you have to give yourself credit for doing so. Accepting that you can be an expert and a student at the same time will help you to get better instead of getting bitter. So write down what you like about other people's content and use that as an inspiration on your own content creation journey. The third truth is this: Tails drive everything. There is this tendency in the content creator community to take an anomaly and try to turn it into a regular thing. For example, taking a video that went viral for you and trying to turn every single one of your videos into a viral video. So now we're not just comparing ourselves to other people, but we're looking at our top performing videos and trying to replicate those results. So even though they say that you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, but compare yourself to the past you, in this case, this can be toxic as well. Comparing our current results to our past results is unfair. It's because tails drive everything. I learned about this concept from the book Psychology of Money, where the author argues that in investing, most of your investments are not going to generate 100% of results. Only 1% of all of your investments is going to produce a disproportionate 99% of results. Here's a quote from this book. A small number of events can account for the majority of outcomes. In the same way, only 1% of your content will most likely generate 99% or even 100% of all results. Not to mention factors like luck when you're simply in the right place at the right time with the right content for the right audience. It's unnatural to expect every piece of content you create to go viral. More than half of your content is going to have an average performance. Some pieces are going to perform poorly, and only few pieces of content will drive the most results. Here's a story from The Psychology of Money that I think illustrates this point very well. You know the famous cartoonist Walt Disney? Well, his first studio went bankrupt. He had produced over 400 cartoons that lost money. That's your 99%. When Snow White and Seven Dwarfs was released, it earned $8 million in the first 6 months. All companies' debts were paid off and Disney became famous. So my question is, have you published 400 videos, podcasts, or blog posts? If not, I suggest that you get back out there and keep going. Here's what Brad Pitt said when he accepted a Screen Actors Guild Award. I've been banging away at this thing for 30 years. I think the simple math is some projects work and some don't, and there's no reason to belabor either one. Just get on to the next and keep telling stories. See, our goal is not to get every single piece of content to go viral. It's not even to be better than a fellow creator. The goal is to survive, to just keep going and keep telling stories. Content creation game is based on attrition. It's not the best content creator who wins. It's the last content creator to give up who wins.